What's up, everybody? It's Eric Naretto with G1 TV, and I'm going to start my instruction segments today. So you're going to get your first instruction tip of the week. I'm going to try my best to create a new tip for you to help you become a better pool player at least once a week, if not more than that, which is why the title of this segment is always going to be the instruction tip of the week. So for starters, when we start to talk about a pool game, okay, one thing that we need to realize is that there's only one major thing on the pool table that we can control, and that's this. So in order for us to control the cue stick, in order for us to control our delivery to the ball, in order to pocket balls, we have to have a strong base in order to make sure that we're hitting the ball the best that we can. So today's instruction segment is going to be focused on your stance. So I'm sure you've been to pool rooms before. I'm sure you've been to bars before. There's a whole genre of how people stand when they play pool. But the interesting thing is it's not always right. And there's a reason for that. As a professional player becomes a professional player, they have strong mechanics. And I am a huge enforcer of strong mechanics. There's a quote that I came up with, and it goes something along the lines of, you can be a good player with bad mechanics, but you can be a great player with good mechanics. So this segment is going to be dedicated to that. It's going to be dedicated to our footwork. So what you've seen in a bar, okay, or what you've seen in a pool room. It depends what league you're in, it doesn't matter, but I'm sure you've seen some of the following things. First one, you might see something like this, okay, or you might see something like this. Okay, you could see something, for pool anyway, you could actually even see something like this, and we'll talk about why that's inappropriate. This is called a snooker stance, when you have your body facing the pool table, and for pool it's not necessary because a snooker table is way bigger than your average pool table. So our American stance is actually going to focus on, since I'm right-handed, my right leg is going to be back, okay, and my front leg is going to be forward, and the knee in my back leg is going to be tight, okay, it's going to be straight, and then any bending that I'm going to have is going to come from the waist. So what you need to control when we talk about our mechanics is our balance points. Okay, I should not be able to push you over when you're shooting. And after I show you the segment, you're probably going to walk up to people and think, I can push you over. But let's just kind of see how this works here. So if you're focused on my feet, I have, we'll start over here. So I have the cue ball here, I have the pocket here. The first thing that I'm going to do to get into a strong stance is I'm going to face the shot. You're always going to face the shot no matter what. So let's go down here and let's check out where I'm at here. So as you can see, my chest here is directly in front of my cue ball, okay, because my goal here is to put the cue ball into the corner pocket. Now, since I'm like that, okay, I have to make sure that the strong base comes from the center. So when I go to turn to get into the shot, the first thing that I should do is I should take my toe and I should point it on my shot line. So what's going to happen is I'm going to rotate my front foot and I'm going to come in just kind of like this. So let's rotate back over here and let's see what that looks like. So here I am facing my shot. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my back foot, which is my right foot, I'm going to take one step forward and I'm going to come into my shot line. So when I get down, my toe is going to be right underneath my cue stick. So based on that, I have to make sure that I'm balanced. So this foot is going to come out into an area to where I'm on the balls of my feet. Okay, if I'm not, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. For an example, if I take that first step right, if I step in really good, but then I come what I call linear. Okay, if I come linear where my foot is in front of my other foot, that's a bad deal. Because when I get down to get into the ball, I'm not balanced. Okay, so if you focus on my knees here, you can kind of see my ankles, okay? I'm pushed this way. So my cameraman's gonna come up, he's gonna do something crazy. I want you to push me. Come here. So if you can see, make sure you get your hand in there. See, I fall over really, really easy. Okay, when you fall over really, really easy, your body's always gonna look for a balance point. If you're not balanced, you're gonna fall over. And if you don't fall over when you hit the ball, you're gonna do crazy things. Maybe stand up, maybe roll your wrist, do something crazy to where you're gonna miss that shot. So you have to make sure that this linear stance, it's out of the question. You have to be able to move this foot out. Okay, once you move this foot out, I'm gonna get into this stance again. I'm gonna have my cameraman come try this again. So now you're gonna see here, my foot is out. It is no longer here. Okay, it's definitely not here because you already saw what was gonna happen if it was there. Okay, but now I'm gonna move out here. Now I'm gonna get into my stance here. Now try to push me over again. You're gonna see a major difference. Say I don't move. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're gonna create triangles. Okay, so the major purpose of this is you want to make sure that you have triangles built in, okay, that geometry of the pool table built into yourself. So when you get down, you're going to make sure there's two major triangles. First one's going to be in your feet. Back foot, front foot, cue stick. So when I get down, I should be able to look down and I should be able to make a triangle from the front tip to the front tip to my cue stick and then come across like this. That's the first one. The second one is going to come in our arms once we're down. Once we have the first one, we're going to allow that second one. Once again, if I look straight down, I'm going to be able to see a triangle from my cue stick coming up to my arm and then back all the way down to the front hand of my bridge and then all the way across. Okay, this is going to be allowing me to make sure that when I follow through, everything stays straight. I can follow through. I don't want to move anywhere all over the place. I just want to stay here. I don't want to stand up, anything of the sort. Okay, so you need to be making sure that you are working on your balance. So once again, front face the shot, toe into the shot, get out here. Do not do one of these. Work on that in your local pool room, work on it in your bar. This is Eric Naretto, G1 TV. Everybody have a great day.